sit down there, you can sit over here. Miriam and I are sitting here.
Okay.
I pay enough per month since 2007 to plan on sitting.
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers. Nope, I only come in here for the meetings.
Everybody got letters? It's not highlighted or highlighted. Read and share. Good, you okay? Phase 4, we already sent those out. Phase 4. Okay, I'll have those tomorrow. Yeah. We're supposed to, actually, yeah. I'm meeting him on, actually, tomorrow. So, I'll have them.
investigation of GDPR anyways, so. They will get to the bottom of it eventually. Including our law firms, they're under investigation. I handle attorneys all the time. I can very well deal with her. She can even advocate in these meetings. Yes, this is whistleblower. I am the designated whistleblower. Actually, everybody in my group is a whistleblower too, by law now. Seriously, that's a new law. And we got all the hecklers, supporters on the item in front of them. They acted out on video and our investigation. Even in the old times from way ages ago, they still have their hands in the governance here. So when it's ready to be prosecuted, she's always ready for it. No, that's Thursday.
But they're going to discuss things about the picture. Yeah, it's on the mailbox.
No, this is the city plantation permitting. You can always search. My specialty is what part of the
all the deception, lies, put it on the screen. So under investigation. These are our designated chairs now. We're not in that.
We're on the right side.
Yes.
You had a screen grab. A screen grab. Oh, you didn't have that seating that they replaced? Because I want to know what they did after, because remember that somebody posted that there was plywood instead of the 11, make it look nice.
That's what
So I
whistleblowers
wanted
do.
to know if they did put the T11 instead of putting just a plywood.
They've actually solved the biggest crimes in history.
Well, I have the files, yeah, which had files taken out, but then they put,
And they cover it there.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because my son said, are they gonna take off that wood? I said, it's got termites. All the panels is termites.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure they take that edge, because my edge they didn't take out. They did take the time.
I know, I can leave the edge because that's where the termites are.
I
told that to Joe, and he took pictures. I don't know. My next door neighbor, she's college, she has the same problem.
Thank you, of course.
Everything's out nice and tucked out. said it in the letter I announced to the community back in October, November. I made my intentions clear from day one.
All right, good evening, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We have a quorum of the board. I do see a lot of new faces, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to review the board
Just
meeting, the quorum.
pause right there for a second. I'm the whistleblower, and any misinformation, you're gonna hear that. I'm not arguing you anymore. That's it. That's what you're getting from me.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to adjourn because I'm not dealing with this, nor am I
Then that's on
dealing with
you.
disruption. I'm gonna
That's
call-
on you. Bye. You're under investigation anyway. Yeah, you've seen it. You've got emails, honey. You can't deny it now. You have too. You have all 7 of you have.
Go ahead.
Can't deny it. No.
You're not going to.
Call them now. Call them. Because if they remove me, another violation against you. Yeah.
We have a right to
No,
assemble peacefully.
we are.
No, we're not.
You've been lying to the community. You, Patty, misinforming. You're not even following statutes that are in place today. So yeah, I'm having it investigated. They already know about this. I've talked to the Internal Affairs already, Patty, the City Plantation Police Department. They already know. You're under investigation. That's not, you can laugh. It's not going to be funny when the law comes in. It's not going to be funny. CJ, Sergeant CJ, you'll leave me Ken and you got connection over, talk to him. Talk to him.
What's that?
Sergeant CJ, you can contact him. See if he knows our story.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I said, Ken, you have the connection at the City Plantation Police Department. If you don't believe I'm telling the truth, contact Sergeant CJ. First of all, well, that's right, because they told me you didn't have that connection. Because I inquired about it because people around here told
Come
me.
in like explain something to you. I've been retired almost 20 years, buddy.
Well,
And I didn't
but you
work
still
for
participate in these affairs here. I got you on video doing it.
What? Besides that, they don't investigate.
We're putting an end to this illusion of authority these volunteers right here don't have.
Yeah, she's coming, but she had a friend.
This is illusion of authority, we're putting an end to it. You're volunteers, officers doesn't mean squat, except for you can enforce what the board votes on. Yeah, I know you will, but you'll be talking to the law soon enough, so I'm not worried about you. You attacking, you can't even keep your hands off people in the audience. Yeah, you're on videos.
That's not healthy.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is healthy? No.
I'm laying the law
That's
down,
not-
this
that's
abuse
not
of resources
No.
that we're all paying for is coming
If
to
he
an
wants to ride
end.
the crazy tree, let him ride the crazy tree. Don't get on board with it.
Exactly. I'm the
Come on
whistleblower.
now.
That's what my job is to do, is confront injustice.
crazy train,
No. No, this is all recorded. Confrontations are recorded. You're recorded. You were going to submit that what? Petition to for the budget? The law says, and I have it right here. If you'd have submitted it, we would have had a meeting.
Okay, honey, I told you to.
Well, guess what? You have witnesses here in that group right here in this audience.
Sean, bring forth action. You're gonna
I
have a
am.
law.
It's already under investigation. Just wait.
Sean, you're gonna have an opportunity to speak.
Yeah. You've already got confirmation due to ask to be investigated.
You need to just calm down. We got a lot of stuff to do today.
I know. And I want them to understand.
We do. We
Them,
understand.
not y'all, them.
Yeah. I know, but come on. We gotta get.
So let's have an officer here, do our P's and Q's. They're not removing me, so you might as well continue. It's against the law, it's against my constitutional and property rights. Read on it, get educated, follow the law. Do you know how to abide by the law, Patty? Yeah?
Sorry, I'm not sure. Did I miss the agenda? Is this the Sean shit show?
No, this is a Sean putting an end to your illusion of power that you don't have. You queen bee thinking whatever.
We know more than you know, we know.
Yeah. And you better look into those new laws that are coming from you. So, continue on. Because I have the letter from CJ right here. So bring them. I guarantee you they're not going to disobey they're forcing the officer. Bring them. And you know about Margaret too with the state attorney's office, because she's on emails. So you keep lying about we're not under investigation. Hello?
Let it trend it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, she's insisting on bringing the police. We gotta deal with this. I've already said my piece. I wouldn't put that up because I said if I'm gonna work with this, then don't. So. But look, we're waiting on that. But I haven't let it all out. This community needs to know. And it's our money. And look, the contractors are working in the rain right now. FL power issue is covered up. And if somebody got killed on my property, where's the law? Who's looking out for us? Not them. Not these over here.
Let them get the agenda items. We can get it.
But I still got one. Because I'm not arguing. It's a waste of time.
That sounds like the alarm on my job for the fire department.
Come on, you're gonna set off my PTSD.
So she's wasting our time because she knows I'm telling the truth. And all I said, so if you don't want the whistle, then don't mind the community. Don't listen to the Condominium association, this state may not file a cause to be filed through the any lawsuit, cause of action, claim, cross-claim, or counterclaim against the condominium unit owner without merit. creating all this commotion. I'm the whistleblower alerting you of what's been happening. Open your eyes, do your research. You can fact check anything. Fact check. I do. I fact check everything, especially this. The law is now on your side. So what are we doing? Patty's out of conference. Yeah. Because I told her no more lies. No more issues about property. So tonight we got discussion on hiring an auditor, our annual financial review. We got, let's see. Oh yeah, the management PM meetings, which, in my opinion, they hired Jay back to be on our board after we fired him for additional control. None of us, everybody here knows Jay's alive. Yeah, $1,000 extra a month. They voted on that. We didn't vote. Did you vote on Jay? So for him to be retained. I took that week off. So now we're waiting on Patty to call the police to give that illusion of authority she doesn't have. Like this one over here, those stairs. She's a neighborhood menace. So it's time for the community to step up and put an end to it. We can do better business in the community. We don't need the nonsense. I know, I'm good. But everybody has to know why. But she's not here. We're just sitting here talking right now. We're talking. You have something to say, say it. I mean, we're waiting. There's nothing. Nope. Yeah. And what do we got on the agenda? The important thing on the agenda should be this construction project. I know. Why is that? Because they decided to split all these meetings up, go everywhere of our audience, so everybody can attend all the meetings. That's the truth behind that. There's nothing bad. I'm leaving that alone. I'm leaving that alone. Can't remove me. I'm all right. You're under investigation. So, the quicker you abide by the law, the less will happen. So let them know. Because I guarantee you this next coming to the outright team. I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm saying this sound. That's all this is. Unbelievable. This is needed to honestly let the island as well. Because we're going to get to the bottom of this. Something's going on here. They got access to 4.6 million. Something's going on. Something is going on. We're going to find out what it is. They blocked me from the financial records. I couldn't see the records anymore. I submitted 5 requests. All they have access. But she's doing her thing, showing her illusion of power, so we gotta wait for her. I'm not making a lie. I've spent over a year more about this than I wanted to. To be honest with you. And we talked about it. I'm ready for this meeting. This is all about them. And as we work together as a community, we can build a better management system. I've already brought the companies here for everybody to review. Was that one of the other side? Was she one of the other side? Oh. Yeah. But what have we talked about? The rules and regs are not substantial. I mean, how dare they continue to pass more rules on this community or a modern community being regulated by setting these rules? Why? So they can control the community. It's not a mystery. I mean, we spent how many meetings on rules and regs now? 5? Well, we have $4.6 million construction. This is not a time of matter, but another distraction matter. And use for illusion of authority didn't take very long at all. And you can be up to it. That's the truth. And the quicker we get past this, the community takes this back, the quicker we can put a better system in place and conduct better affairs in our community. We already interviewed 7 or 8 management companies. And I brought the biggest ones in. ACAM, First Services Residential, brought them all in, interviewed all. It's on video. I put it on YouTube in case somebody wants to look at it. Because after all this, that's what's going on. And I'm playing for the future, not this. Yeah. So, I know most of these guys. They're cool. But we have more things to do in our life than to control and have to put up nonsense. That's the bottom line. And we're spending a lot of money now. For this. 5 seconds. I'm already talking to them. And the internal affairs division of that. So you can fact check, please fact check. Because we're all equal residents here, and you can be on board too if you don't have the time. We gotta get this. It is. But they don't put the laws on our side. This is outlawed. That behavior even says I understand it's right. It says. This is all over the land. Now they pass this law.
We've been suspended.
Yeah, they no longer have the ability to use our resources, our law firm, our management company, anything we're paying for against doing our business. Oh,
Because sometimes they try to lower expenses, lower the insurance costs. Sure, I can't don't lower money because they just put 10%.
well, they have records, so as far as I had it submitted official records of mine. It should be public. They're all on record. I know we should. We should have had it on there yesterday. But I have copies of it last year. Some of them are like stacked. Don't know that. Some are in February, some are in June. The property insurance is in June. But now that the Russian
While these people from the board, they say what they say.
they let you to explain that's one of their resources they use against you.
All right, everyone.
We don't.
Until our off-duty police officer arrives, Officer Zenek, agrees to
And then-
stay to ensure
Okay.
we can meet peacefully, we have a full agenda, we expect to start the meeting now.
Officer,
Thank you, officer.
please.
All right, how are you? All right, we established a quorum. Well, let me reopen the meeting. Meeting is called to order. Review of prior meeting minutes. Blair. Oh, okay, that's right, that's where I was. All right, so let me review the board decorum. This is a corporate resolution that was passed April 2nd for similar situations. It says the meeting chair has the responsibility to complete the agenda. If you have something to add to the discussion, ask to be recognized. This includes unit owners in attendance. All unit owners will be provided the floor in 3 minutes. No unit owner will be given another opportunity to speak until all unit owners present have had the opportunity to speak on the agenda being discussed, at least once. So we're a packed room, so we usually start from the back. We'll be on an agenda item, we'll start in the back, and we'll move our way forward. Raise your hand or ask for the floor. Sidebar conversations are a distraction and move to the person that has the floor. When board members or unit owners call out or interrupt, it's not only disrespectful, but it slows things down. So that's kind of a little bit of a highlight, it's more comprehensive. So let's go ahead, the review of prior meeting minutes.
I sent over the review for the August. Like August 20th meeting minutes. Did everybody have a chance to review them?
Yes.
August 23rd. Everybody review?
Yes. Okay, I will make a motion to accept those.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Next meeting minutes?
The next meeting minutes were the September, that Blair sent, the September 20, sorry.
accept those?
Second.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Can I ask why you're saying no?
Because I don't trust your opinions. I don't trust your crooked pens, in my opinion, and I have the right to say that. I've had you all under investigation. That's
Okay,
fine.
so you're just saying no because you don't trust us? I
No,
just wanted to
I-
make sure. I just
All right,
wanted to make sure.
This is not
I
a
just wanted to make
platform
sure. That's
for
all.
Well,
arguments.
if the law says I
I
don't
don't
trust
need
you,
an explanation. I
if they
just
say
want to know
no,
why you're
okay.
saying no.
Okay, that's
fine.
Okay, good.
It's not a
Thank you.
platform for arguments.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, just a moment. There were 2 previous minutes that I sent out
Yes.
last week that have not been ratified. They are February 27th
February.
and April 2nd. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said,
I said
Sean?
February.
Okay.
And April.
Go ahead.
Okay, February 27th, I sent them out just a week ago again, and February 27th and April 2nd. Do I have a first to accept those, either of those?
I make a motion to accept February 27th minutes as written. And
Okay.
second.
Thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Okay, the next one, Blair?
April 2nd,
All right, I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
All right, thank you very much. Now to officers report, treasurer financial review. Blair, take us through.
Okay, so the most recent financials that we have are from August 31st. Yeah, we should be getting the September ones shortly. We have, for the maintenance, we have in phase 1, a past due balance of $1,357.50. I believe one of those is in legal. In phase 2, we have a balance of $4,338. We have 2 of those in legal. In phase 3, we have a balance past due of $29,954. We have 1, 2, 3 of those in legal. We do have one of those that has been paid just recently, since the August 31st report, so that would take off about $8,400 off of that. And in phase 4, we have a balance owed of $13,765, 2 of which are in legal. That's a total past due of $45,414.50. Again, as I said, we did get about $8,400 of that. That was,
That's regular maintenance?
that's the regular maintenance. Okay, now, for the insurance that was back in 2023, we still have $1,104 past due in phase 1. Phase 2 is $1,123. Phase 3 is $2,442. Again, 2 are in legal. Of that, a little over 1,000 has been paid. In phase 4, we have $1,741. 1 is in legal. Total past due is $6,410. Again, about 1,000 of that has been paid since the report was generated. Now, for the restoration project that started, when was that? Started, I think, August? July, I think July, you're right, July. Okay, in phase 1, we have a balance due, past due, of $3,726. In phase 2, we have a balance of $4,275. Two of those are in legal. In phase 3, we have a balance of $4,228. 4 are in legal, and again, about 500 of that has been paid. And in phase 4, we have a balance of $2,045. 2 are in legal. Total outstanding balance on the restoration project as of August, we're only 2 months into the payments due on that, was $14,274. Ugly. Now, as far as our assets go, cash in the bank, we have in the operating account $260,395. The reserves is $137,645. The security is $13,916, and our special assessment is $670,276. Total cash reserves are $1,082,300. Excuse me, $1,082,232.
I want to ask a question before you go on. What's the special assessment account? Because last time, I believe it was two board meetings ago, you said it was 400 and something thousand, so it's increasing. So what's it increasing from the construction special assessment passed this year? Is that included in that one?
So
That
that's
is a-
monies that, some of that is monies of owners that already prepaid the assessment. So that money goes right into that account.
So the answer is it is part of the special
Last
assessment.
time Carol advised us that we have 28, no, 20-something units that already paid the assessment for the construction. So that money has to be dumped in that account.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sean, about it being less money last time.
No, I didn't say less money, I said more money.
Okay,
It was
well,
like
yeah.
400 and something thousand last time. I wanted
It
to
was
know
how
why it
much?
went up.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Sean.
I said it was 400 something thousand last time, and it's 600 something, so I want to know why it went up.
But
Well,
you're also collecting monthly, the assessment.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you're collecting the assessment and anybody that prepaid.
But it's also inclusive, I'm guessing, of the balance from the previous year's special assessments. Is that correct?
yeah, it's,
I'm not sure.
okay,
When we have our annual budget meeting, and the accountant is here, that's the.
But I don't trust the accountant, but that's
That's
another
fine.
point.
okay, this is special assessment 2 and special assessment 4.
Okay.
Special assessment 2 was the $50-ish that we had been collecting
That's what I
every
thought.
10 years, for
So the
10
answer to my
years.
question is yes.
Your question is yes, I don't know what you're talking
It
about, I'm
includes
just
the
explaining.
prior special assessments plus the new one that was passed this year.
Yeah, because all of it was collected for the same project.
Okay. That was the end of
So
my
it's
question.
all up together.
That's it.
Okay. May I continue now? Okay, so as far as the budget lines go, we do have some that are serious variances. Our water and sewer is $10,000 over what we budgeted, and that will probably increase as well during the year. We have the pest and critter services is over now by a little over $1,000. That will also increase because we're going to have the duck removal. The pool spa and repair, the pool and spa repair is over by We have one more outstanding bill for that repair that's coming in, so that should be the end of that. Audit and taxes, because of the way we bill that each month and pay it out in a lump sum, that's over, but that will even out at the end of the year. The insurance, of course, is over considerably, $48,834. So tree trimming is over by $7,100. General repairs and maintenance and supplies is over by $2,800. Irrigation is over by almost $6,400. The legal is over by $27,000. And the printing and postage administration is over by $4,200. So we are over to date on the total combined budget by almost $1 million. So we have spent a whole lot more money this year than we anticipated.
That doesn't surprise me.
Any questions?
What do you mean we're over budget by a million?
Well, because of those legal, water, those things being out of line. So,
Are they simply used
So
for?
that doesn't add up. I have 48,000 in insurance, 7,100 in tree trimming, 2,800 in audit and general repairs, irrigation 6,400.
I didn't read all of them out, okay? Some of them are smaller amounts, under $1,000. I didn't read those out.
But
And
still doesn't add up. Are those all the big numbers?
those are all the big numbers.
That doesn't add up to $1 million. I don't think you're reading that.
Okay.
If the largest ones are.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. You're correct. Thank you for correcting me on that. I'm sorry. The total for the operating expenses is $59,682 in arrears. And those are the contracts that we have. The operating part of it is $46,462,000 in arrears.
We just get monthly financials, is that too much to ask?
So that's almost 100,000. Not a million. Okay.
How record
Sorry.
is?
That's, we're gonna get to that, that's his, agenda item. All right. You have also under financials, we have to do our annual financial audit.
Yes. And I had emailed everyone the contract from Strum. Strum has done our audits for a number of years. He's very familiar with our association and the way our books work and our contracts and our expenditures. He has gone up this year from $5,000 to $6,000. The reason for that is because we now have this $4.8 million. Excuse me, did you just want to say something, Sean?
I am not interrupting.
Yes, you are.
No, you know what?
Yes, you are.
Larry, continue, please. Okay, so we're on, we're due for our audits.
Yes, we
All
are.
the board members have received a copy of Strong's
Right.
audit. It is 6,000, went from 5,000 to 6,000. And you're saying it went up 1,000 because he also has to audit the construction.
Exactly.
Excellent. So, did everybody get a chance to review Strong's proposal?
I did not.
I didn't see a price on the proposal. Was that in it?
It was,
I'm sorry?
the audit is performed in beginning of the year for the previous year.
Okay, so that means in January.
Right, exactly.
The year has to close.
Yeah.
The year has to.
Yeah, once it's closed, so it'll be the end of January into February when the audit happens. Okay?
So that's upcoming.
Yeah.
Yes, this will be next year's. So,
How many board members read the auditor's proposal? Did you read it?
No.
You read it? I read it, you read it, you read it, that's 4. Anybody else?
okay. All right, guys, your
Guys, yeah,
responsibility.
We need, because the statute requires us to complete our financials at a certain time of the year. So these auditors get booked up. Obviously, they've been auditing our books for years, and I'm sure they'll understand, but we need to get a vote on this. So we're gonna have another board meeting anyways coming up, and that's something I'm gonna discuss, because we need to establish a date for management contract review. So I think at that meeting, we need to vote on strong, because we need these auditors booked. They get booked very quickly.
So by the next meeting?
Yes, I'll set out, we'll discuss tonight.
Okay.
All right. Secretary, general updates, Elizabeth?
Nothing is in
Oh, quick question, quick comment on that. Are we getting any other proposals to review? Is it just?
You're not required by statute for management companies, accountants.
So it wouldn't matter if we had an issue with it or not?
Now you don't trust Dice Strong, the auditors?
No, I don't trust you. We're making a
Well, that's
decision.
fine, and it's mutual, so what's the point?
Well.
Are you requesting to get, we're not required to get proposals or bids for
Just making an
financials.
observation on a point.
Thank you.
May I ask
So-
a question? How does that work here?
How does what work
We
here?
have a question. Are you guys the only ones who are allowed to talk?
No, we'll open it up shortly, ma'am, we're a little bit delayed, okay? Okay, thank you. So, we're gonna put that auditors, on the next board meeting agenda, that we go, when we do management reviews, we need to let them go.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Elizabeth?
Any news?
All right. Some updates, we did have, I just talked about that we have to establish a date, and everything. Please look at your calendars. We need to review, the management contracts. Since it's been 6 months since we initially interviewed the first 4, I've already reached out to them via email to see if they're even interested. Your management services, yes. Cam Professional, I'll tell you exactly the names. Your management services, Cam Professional Services has said yes. I'm waiting on a response from Next Generation. The owner is out of town. I got an out of office from her. We also interviewed, or received, I don't think we interviewed America's Community Manager. We received a proposal. We decided not to. And then Campbell Property Management, which was way over. So we really have your management service, Cam Professional Services, Next Generation, First Service.
Yes, they're still interested.
No, I know, First Service, I know you sent something that's, ACAM is not interested. What was the other guy that came? What was his name?
Oh, that was, what's it, something luxury, elite?
Oh, Elite Home, something
Elite
like
home,
that.
yes.
So we're gonna, nobody wanted to update the spreadsheet, so I'm gonna go ahead and update it. I'm gonna, when I send the updated side by side, I'll send the attached proposals. Fact check it, make
Oh, there's
sure.
also DST on there too.
DST. DST, that was the,
That was the lady that came.
Okay, the last one.
Yes.
So we have 1, 2, 3. You need to check, because most management companies, when time passes, maybe they're not even interested anymore. So before we put them up for consideration, you could please send them all an email saying, hey,
I just
board
saw
is
First
ready.
Residential last week, so they were just checking in. I'll reach out to the other ones.
Yeah, well, just send us an email, and then if they don't want to, I won't even put them on the spreadsheet. And then once that's done, when the agenda's out, it's posted on the website along with the proposals, so everybody can see it, and then we'll have a board meeting to vote.
Next board meeting or prior to? I think we need to get
Prior
this done
to.
as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Prior to.
No, it's not gonna be November's board meeting, it's gonna be this month,
Okay.
okay? All right, construction meeting reminder on Thursday, the 17th at 6:30 here in the clubhouse. That is a meeting that's led by the project manager. In those meetings, we get the contractor representatives, and this is the project manager's meeting. The board is just present. We don't really need a quorum because it's an information-only session. So we'd like to get a quorum in case we don't discuss anything. But the agenda, did you post it? Larry's agenda? So it's already on the website.
What's that date?
Thursday. This Thursday, 6:30. Oh, yeah, so let's discuss, thank you. Let's discuss a date this month to review and vote for the management company. So I'll look at,
Well, we have to get the confirmation from Tom's companies.
no, we already have some confirmed. Either way, we have to vote on the ones that are still interested, so let's secure the date.
I'll reach out this week to the rest of them.
I forget, some people are not available Mondays or Wednesdays. Can we get a quorum? I'm looking at next week. Can we do Tuesday, well,
Monday or Friday I'm available. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I'm not available.
I'm available on Monday, the 21st.
Can I make a suggestion? If we're gonna have 4 meetings, 3, 4 meetings, is there a way to consolidate? Because this is stressing these guys out. They can attend all these different meetings. That's why we have very low attendance to a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a lot for me as well.
It's a lot for me as
Yes,
well.
a lot.
So we need 2
Doesn't be out
construction
too.
meetings a month. Or
The-
1 is enough.
The request for 2 construction meetings a month is from the project manager.
Well, they don't always have to, we're the ones that
Well,
decide
I
that.
mean, there's a lot of moving parts. People want to get informed and updated.
Well, there's a
So
meeting every month
if
for
you
that.
can't attend, you can't attend. I mean, the minutes are gonna be posted anyways. There's also progress reports that are uploaded on the website, that comes from the project
What
manager.
is, I mean, what do you guys want? This is your, a part of your paying for these services as well. What do you-
Quick question, I see you have your camera, Patty, can you upload the videos to YouTube of the meetings?
I would prefer not to put board meetings,
No.
on
No,
YouTube.
you
I would
either
have
can
that
show or you
video.
can't.
Unless we have a secure site to upload, and that's.
We have a
It's a
website.
meeting.
And then we have the minutes, so.
There's always excuse.
I'd like to see you watch it. I mean, I could just record it and post them.
If Eric can find a secure place for the meetings, construction meetings, we can post them, okay? Eric, you'll check that?
But back to the number meeting. You guys
Let's
cool
look
with
at
that?
the dates, please. How does, we have the 23rd is a Wednesday, Thursday the 24th. We never really have a meeting on Friday. I don't even know if anybody's available on Friday. Tuesday the 22nd. Tuesday the 22nd. Monday's too early. Tuesday the 22nd.
Tentatively.
Tuesday the 22nd. Anybody know?
I
Yay?
can't make it.
I said tentatively. Okay.
All right, the 23rd. Okay, Thursday, the 24th.
I could do Thursday, the 24th.
Is there a construction meeting that week?
No,
No, every other.
every other. And sometimes if he doesn't have new things to report, he skips a week. Okay,
Why are
October,
Mondays off the table?
October 24th is the next Thursday's Halloween. Mondays are not available at all. Well, I heard somebody said Mondays are not a good day. You need the majority of the board to vote.
Well, is it possible Monday the 28th for anyone?
Monday the 28th?
28th is good for me, you can't make it.
That's orientation, that whole week on But I could do, next week.
Well, the 21st really,
Tuesday, Thursday.
Blair, what did you say, 21st?
I'm just saying, some people are saying Monday, I think the 21st really puts a strain on trying to get Sean to get the answers and Patty to have time to put the spreadsheet together. So,
Yeah, we still have.
Why don't we do it on the 28th? Does anybody
If I
have?
can make it out.
Can we get a majority of the board on the 28th?
I can be the 28th.
I could be there.
28th,
I am here the 28th, yes.
28th?
Tentatively.
We have 5.
No, so we have property insurance. So I sent an email to the broker, and he responded, and we copied the accountant that worked with us that night. And I'll read to you what it says. And I'll forward this to the board later. This one. It says, I sent him an email on the night of after the meeting, and I said, Hector, we had a budget workshop. There are a few items that you discussed during our renewal. What should we expect? What should we budget? What percentage should we budget for our property in GL? And he responded, 10% on the property, 15% on the GL. So that'll be the guideline that the accountant will put into the budget, okay? And then the other pending item was the management company. So depending on who we vote for, then that item remains open. Once he plugs in those numbers that he's waiting for, a draft will be sent out to the board reviews it, and then when the board doesn't want to make any more adjustments, then it goes out to the formal 14-day notice and blah, 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 and the budget adoption meeting is done. All right. Okay, Eric, general updates?
Okay, on the portal, uploaded some contracts, FNS sprinklers, Holander, Good Lopez, Judah Eskew, ProScapes, Subline, Sunrise Management. I just noticed that I needed to make sure I had the agenda for Sunrise Management. So those contracts are there. Also, the monthly financials are there from January till August. They are all uploaded as well on the portal under finance. Of
The budget?
yeah, the budget, bank statements, all that.
Oh, monthly?
For this
From
year.
January till this year.
Then he's gotta go back. The association
What's the last
until
month?
January 2026.
From the ones we got, what Blair went through today, we are all uploaded.
So did you also get our insurance policies from Hector?
No, I didn't get the insurance policy.
So we have till, the new statute says we have till January 2026 to upload certain records. From those records, did you create a request checklist?
I did, I don't have it on me, but I'm constantly working on it. I mean, I got a year to do it. Well, hopefully the new management team will do it. I'm gonna have to do it.
Right.
I wanna give them as much as possible from the portal and just, and do that, but.
One more comment on the financials before we move on. Did they ever process my request to have access to the monthly financials?
I don't know, you
Because
have
I'd
to
like,
email.
huh?
You have to email Carol.
Okay. How many emails is it now? 5? You've been on 2.
I blocked you a while ago.
Well, you shouldn't do that to a board member.
Yes, I should.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
I'm a
Receiving
whistleblowing board member.
emails is
I have
a
rights
privilege.
to records
Receiving
that you're
emails is
blocking.
a privilege. I'm tired
Again,
of
on the
your
record.
red
It doesn't matter. You serve
It
here.
does matter.
You're serving our community.
It doesn't matter. I
Well,
don't need to
again,
accept
another violation.
abusive emails.
Keep going.
Okay. All right, so before we go on to management updates, on the agenda items that we've discussed so far, on the agenda items, does anybody have any questions? So we reviewed.
I do.
Yes.
I heard you mention that either some of the requirements, like not getting proposals for certain services, do you guys follow that, or do you actually go and get proposals so you can check pricing and,
You can ask the management company.
See?
Is that who's in charge of getting
Of
proposals?
course. Who else would it be, ma'am?
The board.
No,
So
seriously,
it's
I'm
not
not
the
like
board's
here.
responsibility.
You don't have to be sarcastic because I'm not here in any
I'm not
manner.
sarcastic.
My name is Kelly, at 1701.
Thank you. Kelly Sabatino?
Yes.
What about facing, or the mayor?
Thank you.
What phase?
I have no idea.
Oh, one.
There you go. I own a house, I don't live there.
What phase, I'm sorry?
Phase one.
Phase 1.
So you're the Sunrise Management Company?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys bid out all of the items, or do you follow what the regulations are?
We follow the regulations and bid out where the board asks us to and where it is necessary.
So it's not your decision, you follow the direction of the board?
Correct.
So let me get that question back to the board. Do you ask to get proposals for all of the services?
Some of them are on
You
our
could have said that in
agenda
the first
tonight.
place.
Thank you. Do you do that for everything?
Yes, that's required.
That's great then. That's awesome. Very simple.
Okay, anything else on the agenda?
I have a question. You said about the insurance is going to increase 25%, and so that's going to be a lot. So when?
No, not 25.
You said 10 for something and for like
For each one.
and
Let me
15
reread it. He says to estimate it 10% on property and 15% on the GL.
So it's going to be the
Those are separate policies. One renews in February, the other one renews in June.
right, but in June it's going to be 25% more, right?
No,
The
no.
GL renews in February. The property renews in June. It's two separate.
Two separate things.
One goes up 10%, one goes up 15%.
Right.
So it's not a collective number together, it's separate, and it's two different types of policies.
I see.
Am I understanding that you're concerned about it, a
The
total
total
of
how much will we increase our monthly payment? That's what is my question.
Everybody's concerned now.
When we get the budget numbers, you'll have that.
Yeah.
But remember, again,
But
those are
about
two separate things. It's not, we're not looking at the whole amount. We're not gonna have the massive increase that we had that 1 year because of the insurance going through the roof. It's gonna be a slight increase, yeah. One
Now,
other
that
question.
question though,
All right, any other questions on the first half of the agenda? No? All right, now we'll move to management updates. Update on proposals for the pool chemical feeder.
So, we do have the 3 proposals for, the chemical feeders, one from, Sublime, Isabella, and Shamrock. They are, currently we have, Sublime pools, they're servicing our pools now, and they're proposing $1,790. Isabella is proposing $1,568, and Shamrock Pool Services is proposing $1,230.
that's annual?
No, this is not the services, all this is fixed. Yeah, we don't have feeders, they're
Mike,
required.
can you repeat that? I'm sorry, it was going a little
I
fast.
have copies for
That
everybody.
would- That's even better.
If we can share on here. Okay, so line is 17.
But wait, our proposals now, according to the new law, supposed to be submitted on the website for the community owners to review now?
15.
Isn't that one of the new statutes?
Not a proposal for a service, this is a general
But I think
fix.
it's all, you should check into that statute.
Yeah, this is a general, this is a general fix.
Because we're spending their money, we're not spending our money.
Yes, we are, we're spending our money
We're,
too.
we pay here too. I don't know.
Well, we're
Stop.
serving them.
But it is not required.
Stop!
Sean, it's
No, you don't have
Get
to.
to business, please. Did you
Don't yell at
get
people,
these?
speak
Did you
calmly
get
to
these?
people.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Did you get these
I'm a
ahead of
whistleblower, I
time?
have the right to do that.
Did you get these ahead of time?
Read up on what that is.
Are they on the website?
Yes, they're on there for board meeting, October.
Okay, so they're already attached to the agenda for today, correct? Can you open that? Let me see.
That's a whole new round.
Yeah, it's there. So these 3 proposals are on the website of the agenda. So the chemical feeder, we've never had a chemical feeder. It's required part of the health,
Department of
everybody.
Health requires chemical feeders on all pools now, because, chemicals should not be dumped right into the pool, because that's dangerous. If they come out to check us again, they will close us down.
And these are the same brands of chemical feeders. Are we comparing apples to apples?
I don't know if they're the same brands, but they'll do the same things.
One of us
Install,
does
yeah,
this
install.
Omnilogic.
Okay, so that's show. Yeah. Next one.
The other one is Rolla Chem.
Yeah.
One is Hayward Omni Logic.
Hayward's a big name.
Sublime has just nickel and dimed us to death.
World Chemical is a good name also.
Yeah.
All right, so Grisabella is 1668.40, Shamrock Pools is 1230, and Sublime is 1790.
I'm looking to see if either of these have any, warranty. Let me see if there's any.
Did they mention if they come with warranty?
Yeah, that was just.
Should be stated on here.
Did we ever get an answer from Sublime why we paid $60,000 for pool repairs last year, and this figure wasn't included in those repairs?
60,000 was the actual redo of the
Yeah.
But they should have told us.
No,
If we
the
needed
pool
it.
resurfacing
They
and
sent the
retiling
thing
is
saying
separate
that
from
we didn't get
equipment.
them.
We just had this conversation 2-3 meetings ago.
Correct.
Was it when the state came out and tested?
Yes.
So that's a requirement that is new?
It actually was several years ago. The reason that she didn't shut down or write it up, the girl that came from the Department of Health, she did it for the spa, shut it down, got it fixed. That was opened up a lot. And the pool, she didn't think she had access to. She called me up and left a message and said that she needed the key to get into the pool area because she thought the thing was locked, and it wasn't locked, it was wide open. Since I haven't contacted her, because once I do contact her, she's gonna come back and close us down immediately, because we don't have this. But that's the reason that she didn't do both of them at the same time.
But it's been a requirement.
Yes, more than, more than.
So your
a 1 year.
question does,
Yes.
it is, applies, basically, they should have, whoever did the repairs for the pools prior, this should have been part of their
Exactly.
Yes, correct.
So the next time you contact her, that means she needs to see a feeder or else we get
Correct.
fined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't think they'll fine right away, they'll probably, what they will do for sure is close down the pool.
No, we don't need that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but couldn't we go back and look at our contract with whoever did the pool maintenance or repairs and see if that is included in some type of warranty?
Equipment is totally separate from
Yeah.
resurfacing and retiling.
Yeah. This is like the parts, like the motor,
Yeah.
things like that. So,
Mechanics.
Yeah, right.
So is it Shamrock Pools? Somebody brought Shamrock Pools up before as a possible new vendor? Who was it that said
That
that?
was me,
Did you guys ever look into switching it over to a saltwater pool? You might have to just pay one time and you save a whole bunch of money on chemicals altogether. Might be $3,000 one time, and then you don't have to spend $1,000 every month on chemicals.
Well, you know what's.
Because they use salt and the ionizer changes the salt into the chlorine.
Correct.
And it's the same type thing, you have to put
Yeah.
a salt thing hooked to the pump.
You
Which they're gonna do
have
now.
to buy all the stuff.
That's what they're gonna put in there now, but you're just gonna dump the chemicals into it when you could be dumping salt into it
Correct.
for a little bit more expensive of a part.
I like
And then you'll save a lot of money on chemicals, a lot of money.
So how it works,
Your name and face,
What?
your name and face, what
Robert Reddick.
Robert Reddick.
Phase one.
so Robert, can I just say one thing about that? That's a great idea, and you're right. A salt pool, I personally have a salt pool at home, and it does save money on the chemicals, but how it works with,
Plus
commercial.
it's more healthy too.
Yeah, it is for everyone. The way it works with commercial pools, they charge you a certain amount per month to come out and clean the pool. And with that, they add chemicals to it. So that amount includes both of them. So you're paying a flat fee for the cleaning and adding of the chemicals to it. It would probably be about the same. It may be a little bit more, at first for it, but
You say there's no difference in the chemical prices? Like a bag of salt's like $20.
I'm saying there's
Bag of
not.
chlorine's $500.
Yeah, there's not gonna be much difference in the pool services price. There's still, say
Yeah,
it's.
you still gotta get the pool clean, that's just
Correct. So they're charging $700 a month, but the chemicals are included. If you get salt pools, they'll probably still charge $700 a month.
I don't know if I would.
Is there any reason we couldn't boilerplate proposal on that?
Yeah, you can get that.
Then why would we do that?
And we're
Because
waiting, we have
there is
to.
a Department of Health pending issue. It's not like a luxury item that we
Well,
have
this is
time to
going on
decide.
we're in September, and we're almost out of.
Right, but
The
to
season.
avoid the Department of Health closing of the pool, we
We're
have
almost
to
out of
get
season,
this
too.
done. We have to get this done.
Yeah, chemical feeder, everyone has a chemical feeder, there's, very few commercial.
I don't know any people that are gonna use a commercial pool in the middle of November, December, but.
Well, you have a heater.
There's a heater heating pool, but in the sauna, but not the pool.
There's a heater for it.
I think once we
The
figure
water's
this
heating.
out in our
Yes,
next,
I don't know if the heater's working, but
option
there's.
for that, I think that's something that.
Putting in a
we can
chemical
consider.
feeder, like he's talking about, is almost the same job as putting in an ionizer for the salt. Like they just cut a piece of pipe out,
It's
they put this,
It's a salt chlorinator.
they put a
yes.
salt thing in instead of a chemical dumper.
I don't see why we
And they
should
dump the salt in
contemplate
there
it,
instead of
my
chemical.
opinion.
It's the same type job to do. It's gonna cost more money than $1,500.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be $3,000 because the actual chemical dumper is basically another skimmer that you're dumping in instead
But
of.
more
just dumping it.
importantly, maybe less downtime, right?
I mean, it should be the same amount of downtime.
Yeah.
Because we keep having issues. with
It's just a
chemicals and-
suggestion, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's
no,
great.
no,
It can be done just as fast.
I'm on your
It's one of those
side.
companies that you got their phone, but
I'm
I'm glad to do that job instead of that, the chemical dump job.
Right. I'm on your side about beneficial services for the community and adding to it, this should be a discussion amongst all the members of the community. And, I see no reason we shouldn't get a proposal for that. I mean, it's a good suggestion.
Well, we need to.
Yeah, all you have to do is call back the three proposals that you got and say, what would be our options if we wanted to change it over to a saltwater pool? How much would that cost?
Exactly.
And then you can make a decision from there. 5
5
minutes on the
the
phone.
board, yeah.
How long do we have before the inspection is out?
She can come tomorrow, I don't know, I have no idea.
But it hasn't come out.
Is
from
the
the
pool
plans.
functioning now?
The pool is functioning now.
Does it matter the type of surface the pool has currently? To be saltwater or?
I don't think it matters, I'm not positive, I can check. I don't think it would be a problem to make it a saltwater pool. I haven't seen, probably the 20 or 30 different properties that I manage that have pools. I've never seen any of them have a salt pool on a big one like this. So I don't know if the reason is because it's a lot more money, for the salt chlorinator, or.
Well, why don't we get a proposal and see?
Okay.
It's really not that big of a pool,
I think-
that pool at my house.
All right, I think that we need to take a look at this, guys. We got an estimate from Sublime on August 12th. We have an estimate for Crisabella on August 19th. We have an estimate from Shamrock Pools on September 16th. We are now toward the latter end of October, and we have gone 60 days and without making a decision. And we need to make a decision.
That's your opinion, but I would like the proposal on the table.
I'm not finished talking,
Okay.
Sean. Thank you. So, knowing that it took a while for us to get the proposals, let's back it up even to the beginning of August or to the middle of July when this whole thing happened. We have got to make decisions. We cannot keep kicking this can down the road.
Fine, we could add it
It
to the
has to be
management
done.
agreement.
Excuse me, I'm still talking.
Keep going.
I have the floor. You can have it when I'm done.
Then finish up.
Sean, stop it already.
You don't find it funny.
Go ahead, Blair.
It's not funny to us sitting here.
Well, that's.
Yeah, I
you.
know.
No, yeah,
We're not in sport, that's okay.
Don't start with me.
Okay, I think that a saltwater pool is something that we certainly can explore, but we don't have the luxury of time to do that now.
How about if I guarantee
We
three
have to-
estimates tomorrow morning?
Excuse me,
Like I
I'm
said.
talking.
How about I guarantee three estimates
We
tomorrow
are
morning?
talking here.
Guys, don't leave, please. Wait about
I do not believe we have the luxury of time here. Guys, we need to make a
Heard both
decision.
sides. Let's go.
I'm going to put a proposal on the floor to contemplate their proposal.
Okay, what do you wanna do, Mon? You wanna vote on this, or you
Well, I
wanna?
wanna vote on this. Let's address this.
Elizabeth, what do you wanna do, vote on this, or?
I think we could vote on this and then have proposals for future. I think that would be wise, so we can get this done. Vote on
Well,
it.
if we install it, then
Somebody needs to.
we have to throw that away and install something else.
Can I make a motion to vote on these three today, please?
Yes, which, do you have a
Alright,
preference?
what do you wanna do?
It's
You wanna vote on this
them.
or wait, and chance,
Yeah.
health department violation? It's a no-brainer. I think the salt pool is a good idea, but we're also looking, for example, Shamrock Pools is 1,230. The other ones, Subline, which is our service provider, again, nickels and dimes, 1,790. And then you have Prisabella at 1,568.
And the second thing with that goes with it, if, the board is interested in getting a new pool servicer, I will have a third estimate on, pool service. Prisabella couldn't come out several times, they'll have supposedly this week, and that'll be the third estimate. We'll have more
Okay.
pool
So you've
service.
already reached out for new pools,
How come it's been 2 years that you've known about this, and they're just now getting an estimate
Excuse me.
1 week before we're getting closed down?
Excuse me, the board has the floor.
Yes,
Thank you.
voluntarily
Please,
understand.
I mean, that should be the question.
I got a question. So, I know we want to vote on this, but, and I hear people saying, then we look at the chemical, then we look at the chemical. But if we waste money doing this, and we decide to do the chemical, we just wasted money, right?
chemical feeder is what we have.
No, but I'm saying, if we go,
With
but
the
I,
salt, yeah, with the salt.
I would rather you shut down the pool for 3 months and just get it done.
I'm not sure.
Aaron,
It's gonna be a long one.
Yes.
Finish his thought.
Exactly.
Can
That's my
he finish
point.
his thought, please?
Yes, on
what I was saying is that if we vote on these and say Shamrock, we pay $1,200 now, but I've heard people saying, vote on these now and then bring back a proposal for the, salt water. Well, if we vote on these now, there's no need to bring back the salt water because we already put the chemicals, because if we bring back the salt water and everybody say, yeah, let's do the salt water, we just wasted $1,200.
Exactly, that was my point.
So,
But going to a saltwater pool.
Just vote on who you want to do the repair for
Can
$1,200
he
or whatever.
finish his
He was
thought,
done.
please? He's not done.
so,
How hard is it?
so that's what I was saying is if we gotta,
Look, I'll let
We
you
got
all know that we understand what's happening here, and
What's happening? I'm trying to ask the
purposely
question.
coming out and trying to give the board a hard time. That is
First of all, you're a volunteer. I'm trying to volunteer to solve a problem.
Stop,
When vote on the company to do the repair, $1,200.
Wow, you got some.
And then call them before they come and say, hey, if we want to do salt water, how much would you charge us to do that? How hard is that to do?
Okay,
It's not hard to do.
but everything that's going on.
Actually,
No matter what,
Is
I am
there a
the,
priority
You
to
are
have
not
a saltwater?
Actually, he's a beneficiary of the trust, so he is a Judson owner. Just so you understand, that's trust law.
Patty, I really don't think that's.
nobody's trying to give anybody a hard time.
Just
I think
That was just a suggestion you guys are making that little big thing.
Okay.
Are we gonna postpone this or not?
What the issue on the table is, there's a Department of Health inspection. We have to have a chemical feeder. Is it really a priority to switch to a saltwater pool right now? It's just going to delay this process.
First of all, we report to them, the owners, and
What
some
is-
of the board.
What is the alternative if they shut down the pool anyway? Are we gonna get fined while they're shutting down the pool?
He says we don't get
No?
fined.
So we don't get fined?
They shut down the pool.
Okay, so they shut down the pool, they shut down the pool anyway.
No, we
And
don't
it's
make
winter.
that
Nobody's
shut down the
using
pool.
Nobody's
It's
using
winter.
Everyone's thought the pool's
Even
been closed this
better.
whole time.
Winter in
Everybody
Florida.
asks me all the time, is the
Oh,
pool
my
open?
God.
It's been
Don't
for
argue
years.
with
They don't
them.
get
Right.
fined.
What?
That's what they want, let's just wait. And look,
Yeah.
What's the
That's what
law?
they
Can I
are.
ask you that?
So if they say hypothetically they shut the pool down, because everybody wants to, how long before it gets redone? If we make a transition, what's the wait time more or less? Do you have any idea?
The salt water,
Yeah.
they should be able to do it pretty quickly.
Okay. So then let's, okay.
It's almost the same job.
What did I say here?
It's almost the same job.
It's gonna be a lot more money.
So then my other question is, let's say tomorrow they come down and shut down the pool. there like a time period that?
Well, no, you just have to get it fixed, so you have to prove you have a chemical feeder or, whatever, the salt water, something that's legal, because it's.
And what's the average cost of that process of converting a pool? Forget about the feeder or the salt thing. What does it cost to convert, on average, a pool?
It's several thousand. I know that for sure. I mean, that's for,
But you're gonna get
Like,
the
it's probably
proposal.
$1 gallon.
You're gonna get a
It's gonna cost me
proposal.
$3,000, so.
You're gonna get a proposal.
Can we get proposals for that?
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
I put a
say,
motion on the floor for that.
Great. I second that.
all right.
Alright,
Status of phase 4 and units.
Wait, we gotta vote on it.
What did you, what, I'm sorry?
I put a motion on the floor for another proposal for the saltwater. She seconded it.
So you're tabling the first.
We're tabling the three
The
proposals.
proposal.
That's fine. You do.
Yeah, we don't have to need a motion to table.
Okay.
Well, we need a
But
motion
what
for
about-
the.
To change it over,
Change what over?
to look into a salt water. That's what he's just asking right now.
Yes, I put a
But
motion
that's
on
what
the
he's
table,
saying.
per Eric's suggestion, to look at a second.
I second
All in
that.
favor?
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, there's so many voices. You made a motion to get a proposal, not
For the saltwater pool.
saltwater pool.
Feeder or chemical, whatever you call it, that puts the, that keeps stuff flowing in the pool.
I just pulled them up on,
You want three different.
I just pulled up
proposals, right?
saltwater.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
the saltwater ionizer online, they're $1,000 to buy apart, so.
Okay. I second we get a proposal to change it over to salt water and just wait on this. I second that.
With the
That's what you're,
understanding.
you put in the motion.
Wait, I have an addition to the motion. With
Okay.
the understanding that we risk having our pool closed.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
everybody.
We all understand.
Yes.
It's not closed right now.
Give a date, Sean.
What's Sean?
The next board meeting.
No, can't wait that long. We told him how soon can we get those proposals?
Well, I mean, we can do it on the management
He's
meeting.
gonna call tomorrow. I
Yeah, but
mean,
we
we
can't
need
make
to
it,
do
we
this
can't make a
ASAP.
decision though, we can't make a decision on this board, we can't make it.
Well, we have a management meeting
Are we
coming
gonna have
up.
another
We can
one?
tack it onto that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, whatever date that is, that's 2 weeks though.
So,
What I'm just saying is give us a date, just make
Do
it.
that, let's decide on
that's
that.
fine, just make it happen.
Okay, who's voting for that, I'm sorry? You proposed
Well, I
it, you
proposed
seconded
it,
it,
so-
who's in favor?
And then I'm in favor.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Wait, hold on.
To get proposals for salt
All
water.
right, so everybody's in favor?
No, not yet, no.
We have one day. All right, update on termite issue in building, phase 1.
I still had a question, I had a comment, I had my hand up. I was trying to interrupt you.
Yeah.
So, like, when all these people that he has, what you call it, prices from for the change of the chemical dump, they're familiar with the pool already. They can probably, 99% sure, change the price to change it into saltwater without even coming here. You can do that right on the phone. Like, you should literally have prices like within less than a week for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's gonna be a lot cheaper or anything. I know the parts at that $1,500 top for the part to do it, so I don't know what the labor would be.
Yeah, and that's the convertible.
I think there's a little bit of electrical work to do and a part that you put in the same as the chemical dump almost. You cut a piece of pipe, glue it in, done, and you use salt instead of chemicals. Better for your body, better for your skin, better for the kids, better for your hair.
Good idea.
Thank you for the suggestion.
That's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to interrupt anybody. I wasn't trying to give the board a hard time. Just, I've done it before. Thought it was a good idea. If you're gonna be putting in a chemical dump, why not make it better while you're doing it for a little bit more money and save you money weekly?
I'm all for it.
I mean, it's common sense. So I don't know why it's such a big deal or whatever.
Okay, we just did it.
A lot of things around here I see like that.
excuse me. I would like to ask Mike that when he contacts these people, the companies for a bid on the salt water, to ask them to go ahead and give us a bid to service the pool as well.
So I do have 2 bids to service, I'm waiting for a 3rd bid
Okay.
from Chrisabella. So I have a bid to
But there
service.
may be a difference between
And the service
For
price.
example,
Yeah.
saltwater pool.
should be,
Excuse me, cheaper, okay.
technically, you're right, it should be the same, but I
We're
will.
doing the same exact thing,
Yeah.
minus the large amount of money that you pay for chlorine and stuff.
Okay, so we can move on? All right, so Mike, give us an update on the termite issue in phase one.
Wait, we missed.
We missed
Just
one.
phase,
Oh,
Status of the work.
phase four.
Phase four and unit sloping.
Okay.
So I talked to Jerry today, and he's behind because of the weather on several projects, and he said it'll probably be about 3 weeks before he gets that sloping done.
Okay, so I wasn't here last board meeting, so you guys voted
Voted
on
on
road
it,
scale.
yes, to go ahead with that, and it's on his agenda, but it's gonna
Okay,
be
so
an
we're just
additional 3
pending, so we need
weeks.
to let those unit owners.
I wasn't here as well. This is for the unit
The
that's in
slope,
the
the
back.
first, there's
No,
three different,
not one
No.
unit.
there's 3 different buildings
Right.
that I'm
Okay.
taking.
The
And it's just
engineer-
sloping this so that water doesn't go into the foundation.
And into
All it
the
does
units.
is slope away.
Right, okay.
So it's, I think, a half pallet of sod with half, whatever, half a little bit of dirt on each one.
Marjorie, these are the buildings that the
7 yards.
engineer identified when
Yeah.
he did phase four, that to avoid foundation issues.
To
Over
slope.
time, the sloping that was originally there has gone down, they have to build it back up. So water runs away from the building. Okay. Update on termite issue for, in phase one.
So we talked about tenting, is that what you're talking about? That-
Building 4,
Yes.
Cindy's building.
Is that, yeah. So with that, after speaking with Sal, who does termites, and they're saying that we should wait, and since we're so close to having the roof done, to get all the stuff ripped off of it, new stuff put back on, then tent afterward. Wait till you're done with the roof before you tent.
That's what their recommendation is.
Yes, absolutely. So you should do it. You
So
should be
what
doing it.
about in the process of them when they're pulling off the wood?
So
Sal-
with that, Sal did go and do the ones that he promised, and he sprayed the stuff where you saw it, but with a long conversation with him today, he said it's not really gonna do anything for, it's gonna do for the termites that are on top, on the wood beams that are on top, but you have termites, when we have a problem like that, in that particular building, they're inside the cabinets and inside the house and stuff. It needs tented.
It does.
So it's, no matter what, he's spot treating, but they're at the point where
It's
he can
beyond
spot,
that.
yeah,
It's
he can
beyond
spot
that.
treat everything and
Well-
you need to get it tended, but it can wait until,
I don't know.
until the roof is on, and that's the best method to do it, is
What
wait.
I'm referring to is this building, for example. Here comes the contractors, they're pulling off that wood.
Okay.
That wood, what are they doing? Are they treating that wood when they're pulling it off? Because it gets in a pile, before you know it, we're gonna get infestation. What are they doing with the wood that the contractors, because Jay said that they were gonna, I saw pictures today where Sal was here spraying new wood.
Yeah.
What about the wood that's coming out, for example, when they get to Cindy's building, when they're pulling out that termite infested wood? Who's treating that to avoid it from expanding?
I don't know if anyone's treating, they're taking away and throwing it in a dump, you know what I mean? It's not gonna,
All right, we'll bring it up in the construction meeting.
yeah.
Because the thing is, the concern is, you know how contractors are, they let debris pile,
Yeah.
they're pulling out, and they let it pile, and then a truck comes the next day, or blah, blah, blah.
But I don't think it's necessarily like roaches where it's.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, back in what was it, June, July, I believe I was out there, sending the used wood through the wood feeder. I mean, the chipper, and spreading all that stuff all over the community.
Okay.
So that's a valid question.
Very much so.
So
We need to
we
find
will
out
ask the
what
engineer.
happened.
I have another question to that. So if they're going to tent the buildings, right, after they do the roof, but I see when we're doing this construction that they're doing the roofs first, and And then the T111 on the sides of the house is gonna be the next phase or the next part of it, because they're not doing it all at one time. So like a lot of people have termites, a lot of the wood on the outside, on the wall level, and some people, like my house, it's in the roof. So like when they're tearing off the roof, obviously he said if he could, time it right with people, he's spraying the rafters when they tear the plywood.
And he did that today, and he's, yeah.
So like any plywood I don't know whether they're tearing off all the plywood or just the bad plywood, I don't know what the contract says. But like I was in her house, and she has a piece of rotted plywood on her roof, you can see it from inside the house. And they tar papered right over it, never tore even off of her house. So there's probably termites in that wood right there because it's totally wet.
There's hundreds of complaints community-wide.
But I'm just saying,
That's
there's
why
like,
it's tempted, because that's the way to get
About
around.
Astro.
yeah, it falls the whole inside of the building, right?
Yeah.
So those can be addressed on Thursday with the project manager.
Well, what about the safety issues?
With
Yeah,
the
that's
construction
part of the
crew.
meeting.
With the construction
Yeah.
crew.
All right,
They
I'll bring
need
it
to
up on
speak
Thursday
up.
for sure, because it's community.
Right.
I mean, the work's gotta get done.
So he's suggesting that after they replace the roof, that's when they tent, but we just need
After
to
it's
ask,
completed.
right, ask what happens to the old wood.
And where
And
does
how
it
will-
go so that it
yes.
doesn't spread?
Not
Or does it even
where,
stay?
you need to
If you get
bring
rid of
that
it,
up
it might not even
to
spread.
Larry.
They're not
Make
like
sure
airborne.
he's on top of Astro.
There's,
What
on
that's
Thursday,
sitting.
they address at the construction meeting, so if you come to that, we can talk about.
All right, so, we have, on to the next agenda, community duck feeding issues and status of those violation letters. So if you haven't noticed, it's the season again, where all the faces are getting ducks everywhere. We have unfortunately unit owners that are feeding these ducks and they're coming from across the street. You see them every morning and every afternoon, they're on a schedule, you know? Someone feeds them over there and then they come to us in the afternoon. We got a report from a unit owner who actually took pictures of another unit owner who doesn't live here, but is renting her unit, and she comes specifically to feed the ducks and stray cats.
Yes.
So that was brought to, management's attention. Did you all read
There's
that?
letters that were sent out for that along with the trees.
Letters to who though? To one unit owner or everybody?
I think it was to both, there were two that were identified. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yes.
And I think it was those, but I'll check.
Okay, so then we'll check back with the unit owner that brought the concern to see if she's noticed.
Can I revert back just real quick so you can tell me whether this is valid for this part or should this be a construction unit question? So when they're coming around, these contractor guys just randomly to your house and knocking on the door and they're giving you like a 20 grand for windows, 5 grand for windows, how come that was never addressed when they did the original prices on the houses, that they had to know that they were gonna have to tear the windows out?
It's in the contract, sir.
What does it say? That's what I'm asking.
There's an addendum to the contract that you see, it's on the website, and you have prices of windows.
Right?
Are you a new owner?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I would recommend that you go on the website and look under the 40-year certification folder, and in there you'll see the contract.
So the contract did not include windows?
It doesn't, the contract.
So why, my question is this, so when you guys got prices on doing the work, why didn't they tell you that they were gonna have to do the windows? Now people are getting hit with 20 grand that they don't have.
Well, originally,
We have been having conversations
they were
about
saying this would
windows.
be included in
For
the
how long?
special assessment in
I think
2013.
since late last year, we've had conversations about windows.
Yeah, and they've been incorrect.
I didn't have, no one ever told me in the whole process of
Even if I
buying a
had
house.
more
Can I finish?
information,
Can I finish?
Thursday.
A guy knocked on my door and says, we're starting your house tomorrow, you need to get $4,000 worth of windows.
You should come.
I wanna have new windows, don't get me wrong, but it's just unprofessional the way they're going about it.
So you need to bring that up at Thursday's meeting.
Okay, that was my question,
And you have
too.
the engineer, project manager, and the contractor.
The windows and the doors per the,
And if you guys have an engineer
Well, wait a
that's
minute.
looking over the contractor, why is the contractor doing so much shoddy work? If you have an engineer hired to
Exactly.
watch
There's a
these
lot of
things,
issues there.
why do all these people have to watch what's going on? If
Excuse
you
me.
hired an engineer
Exactly,
to oversee
volunteers
his job,
in charge of that.
he must not be doing his job.
excuse me.
Get someone else who knows what they're doing.
Else than you.
I'm talking, I'm not listening to what you're
Say my
saying.
name one more time and I'm coming flying across the
That's right.
Okay.
You heard that right,
Sir,
officer?
please come to the meeting on Thursday.
I don't care.
Okay, that's cool.
Stop saying my name.
Then we'll get a lawsuit.
We need to stick to.
Bite
We're
me.
talking about tearing off the roofs of ministries.
Okay, we need to stick to, we're talking about termites, or not.
Why is she slamming books down when I'm asking her?
Let's just attend the meeting on Thursday.
If you can get with me after the meeting, I will explain to you about the window.
I wouldn't trust her. Sorry.
Okay, let's continue.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're a new owner, your
I
questions
have a lot of
are valid.
questions.
I understand that completely. You do have information on the website. There is information about the windows. There is a problem with communication
That's a lot.
plans. That is 100% correct. Everybody can attest to that.
Like I got
So you are not wrong.
Right.
Okay, you're not wrong, sir. Let me just explain, you're not wrong, we have a communication problem.
And a conflict.
We're in the middle of getting a change in management company. We've already started a project with engineers and a construction company that we
A private
had
construction
issues
company.
with.
A
Sean,
lot.
let me finish, please.
I understand that. Kind of stuff goes
We
on.
have a lot of issues with that. We all agree with that, so your questions are absolutely valid. I want to get them answered. I think as a board, we are here to get them answered, whether you wanna trust what we're saying or not, but we do have answers to your questions.
And also, to your guys' defense,
Yes.
you are not contractors.
Exactly.
So when they tell you something, if you just logically think they know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
You don't tear people's windows out and cover them up with tar paper unless you got the windows sitting there ready to go in the house. That's the worst thing you can ever do.
From what I understand,
Okay,
You're right, I
time
don't know
out,
how the
everybody,
process
we're
is.
getting a little bit
Okay.
carried away, but we're
This is
talking
the
about
management
I'm
board.
urging you to come to the
We're
meeting.
talking about termites, Thursday,
encouraging you to
construction meeting, we get to the construction meeting. We
So
need
that
to get
your
back.
questions can be answered.
Yes,
Okay?
all right,
Can we move on, please?
yes.
We need
All
to.
right, update on the rental units in phase 4.
There was
So we
one,
already-
one was taken care of, and the other, they were sent,
Out of the 2 units, one is confirmed as going through the pre-screening process. There's
Correct.
one that did not, and that's 1750. One moment. So you need to please get in touch with that unit owner and advise them that they have to go.
So-
Go ahead.
I understand that the letter was sent.
1753 is the one that's not, that moved in without, forming the association. So the other one, 1749 was screened and went through the proper protocol. 1753 did not. So did you, I know you know this because we've been sending emails.
Yes,
Did you
correct.
contact the unit owner?
It was, the letter was sent to the unit owner.
To the unit owner?
Yeah, it was sent to the
Okay, and what did the letter say?
But then you had, the renters
Renters?
sitting there, but not.
What time frame did you give them to get in touch with the
I have to look at that, I'm not sure. Jay, you said
So
that.
that's still pending.
just a comment here. These rules are being, about renters and all these things are being enforced by these volunteers right here. I'm okay with any type of rentals that wanna be in here.
What
But
phase is
these
that?
are ones
Phase 4.
that are pushing on us.
Quick question, when it comes to, you said protocol, right? Do we have that protocol listed anywhere on our own website?
That's the management company. There's a packet, a renter's
Yeah.
packet, that they have to fill out an application, a background search.
What governs what we, like, our stipulations within the
Our outdated bylaws.
Is that, it's within the bylaws exactly
It's the
what
70s
we
from the
have to
70s,
do for
yes.
You
a
should have new bylaws.
Exactly.
They just got
discussed
one separate
changing
HOA.
that.
They-
I was just wondering without being.
So the bylaws
Yeah,
can be
we
covered.
can't do that right now. We all know it's out.
Guys, please,
Including all the new laws.
we're not, changing of the bylaws is not in the agenda. Let's stick to the agenda.
Take outdated rules and
Yes.
regulations.
Okay. So, you are going to follow up with the board on that status of 1753 phase 4?
Yes.
All right. You also Did everybody get a copy here, for the overgrown trees?
No, I wasn't able to print out
Oh,
the
okay.
3 pages
Can you
forever,
just
so I can
email it?
email Tabitha right after.
So one of the things, there are a lot of backyard trees that are growing over the roofs and making it difficult for the roofing project. We have a couple in phase 4, that are growing over, but not, these are newly replaced roofs. So what we told the management company to do is to please make a list for the board, all the unit owners that have overgrown trees that are hanging on the roofs, because that's going to make it difficult for the re-roofing. So now, this is the list you've identified for phase 1 and 2. Okay, how about 3?
And like I said, 3, you'll have that be.
And 4.
Yeah. 4 was done already. There
You
were
still
4.
have trees overgrown on new roofs.
Understood, they were sent letters, so.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got
yeah, we had 4, that we identified there, that was, I think, 4 or 6.
Okay,
So we've
so,
also got trees over,
So,
covering the
yeah,
light.
so there's 2 different things on there. One is the homeowner's responsibility if it's
Right.
within the fence.
Right,
Those are identified on there, they're gonna get a letter sent, please take care of this before the roofing starts because it's gonna impede the roofers from doing anything. The second is they're highlighted in yellow, and I'm gonna work with Jerry from ProScapes, who's our landscaper. There's trees, there's many.
well, how about the trees along the fence of Sunrise Boulevard?
How about if we
That's
get
blocking the light.
Okay, that's those.
That's blocking the light, that's causing a safety issue.
Well, like I said, let me finish what I was saying first. So the highlighted ones that are going over all of the units, even units that are redone now, need to be trimmed. So
Phase 4 is not here.
yeah, it's not on there.
It should be,
Yeah.
and I've been trying to get those trees cut for 4 years. Okay,
Well,
phase
yeah.
4 trees need to be addressed.
those the ones that the city determined were their trees?
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
If
The ones
they're
on
our
Sunrise
trees,
are, those are.
they're our trees, they're not
So
city
trimmed,
protected.
not cut down. I have a question.
I didn't say cut them down, I said
Right,
trim them,
trim.
because they're
Right.
blocking the light and causing
Okay,
a
so
safety
we're, yeah,
issue.
but we're talking about 2 different things. So I'm just telling you what was asked about the roofs. I'm gonna have the landscaper take a look at the ones that are going over the roofs now. That belong to the association and give us an estimate to get those cut.
Right.
There's a third issue, which you're talking about, are ones that aren't doing anything to the roof, but they're impeding, what'd you say, on
Safety.
on
Safety
safety
issue.
on the lights. That's a third issue that we will look at too, to get
4 years
estimates,
I've been trying to get
to get estimates on
attention
that.
to, 4 years.
Again, all of these are gonna cost money, and we'll get the estimates for that.
Okay.
I have a question, you know, the project manager came to my house and we showed him the tree in front of the house is too close. And the roots
What's
are
your unit
inside.
number? I wanna see this.
1705 Northwest, 1705 in phase 2.
Phase 2,
73rd
Avenue?
Yeah,
1705.
phase 2, and I sent an email to the board, but I don't know, I have not heard anything.
1705.
And he
That's the
came
one on
and-
the corner,
Yeah,
in
it's
front of
close
the
to
utility
building.
box.
Yes, yes, close.
You said yellow was outside on the common area?
Yes, belonging to the
Okay, I don't
association.
see 1705 phase 2 on here.
It's the roots that you said was the
The
problem.
roots are inside of the property, and the property is very close to the wall.
Is 17
And he said, no, you need to report them and let them know that they need
Phase
to cut.
2?
She said
Phase
phase 2.
two.
No, he,
1705,
73rd Avenue.
73rd Avenue.
Which is
right,
phase
2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything else on the trees?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When we go to the mailbox, there's like this big pump. I don't know if that
Yeah.
is.
In phase 4,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is happening with that?
Right now, the only thing we can do is get that ground out, because, yeah, I see every time I go over it to paste things on there, it's a huge hump, you're right. So, it's a root And what needs to be done is, someone needs to come and grind that out.
So is
Yeah, and
that a
then
part of this? Is that a part of what we're talking about?
No, it has nothing. No, it's
that's
not part of
another-
that, yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff. I got roots in front of my house, you can't.
Yeah.
You trip, I have to walk into the house.
Roots are a whole
It's not
different
like
thing.
an
It's a whole
emergency.
And then the flower bed, and the entrance to my cave, got the weeds are bigger than the plants.
Yeah, absolutely,
Just like-
absolutely.
Petty stuff, but stuff that should be taken care of.
Yeah. It just, it costs more money to do it. And all of it can be taken care of, but yeah.
Want the home taken care of if they decide to repay it.
Yeah, when they repay it. they-
Exactly,
they-
that's when they can
yeah.
take care of it. Yeah. I knew the answer to that, but I asked.
Well, I pay $1,200 a month HOA, and my other home, I pay $700. We got 4 pools, the trees are trimmed, the grass is cut. There ain't nothing, there ain't a drop of spit on the ground.
How new is it?
What?
How new is the other one?
20 years old?
Why is he paying $1,200 a month in HOA fees?
Because it's
Just saying, like you said, it costs more money.
And
I don't know if anybody pays
total
$1,200 a
assessment.
month, and I've paid my assessment up front, so.
Exactly.
It's already paid.
Recall that there is no maintenance of 1,200 right now.
There wasn't anywhere.
I pay $1,200.
$1,200 a month.
I come out this month.
Because you were never doing the coupon booklet by Judah
There's
asked
no
you.
unit that's 1,000.
I wasn't, you weren't either.
Why am I paying it?
You need to contact the accountant.
Well, Blair handled all my stuff.
Blair handled it.
Blair Maryland.
This is someplace else.
What?
It's not here.
No, he says.
No, this is
he-
here,
This
it's
is
$1,200 a
what are you
month.
talking about?
He says he pays
And Bob,
1,200.
let me talk about the money.
Okay.
48,000 was paid by the seller.
Talk about the money.
The
It is about
HOA
money.
fee gets paid monthly, and it's over $1,200, $1,248, $1,250.
You need to
Some months it's
contact
fine.
you guys. I mean, no regular maintenance.
That's what I told her, she didn't believe me.
We are paying the same amount.
1,200?
Yes. And we must pay every last day.
You gotta, did you
You
gotta?
didn't get a reduction in July?
No, we didn't get a reduction in July.
1,200, we pay 100.
My overdose in July.
See, the accounting firm should have reached out to you about that.
Are you paying every month?
Please, you're talking over each other. Are you in a 3-3? Are you in a 3-2?
We are.
Yes.
Wow. That's what we pay monthly.
Not for, it's a lot of money for, I mean, I can see, but the pool is like, the beads are growing up, I trip over weeds.
Guys, please.
Is that mean we need
$48,000 for the assessment, we were forced into paying at settlement.
So that's separate from the 12.
Correct.
Right.
If you sell now, you're gonna have to stop.
You need to get in touch with Judah and ask you. That doesn't sound 1,200. It doesn't sound right.
Like, I never got a payment booklet for my
It
maintenance,
has
ever.
different things broken
Never.
down in there.
I just
Is
knew
it-
what to pay.
Is that
What to pay.
cumulative, or is that just the HOA?
I don't, to be honest with you, my office handles all this stuff, so I don't know. I'm not here because I've heard that there's a lot of
Do
issues.
you have Judah Estes' number?
Yeah, I can make sure that my office takes care of that.
I can probably get it, right?
All right. Any other comments about overgrown trees in the backyard? Yes.
Don't hold my trees in my backyard. And you're in front of my yard. Sunday I spoke to Mike. He can tell you on top of my.
They're listed on there. Their trees are listed on there.
Okay.
Yeah. And that tree that she talked to you about is highlighted, and I'll be talking to the landscaper about
What
that.
unit owner are you?
1745.
And I have her name written on there.
1745?
Yes.
I don't see 1745 here.
Page,
2? You have 1740 twice, but that's because it's a back and a front.
yeah.
1745.
I do have it twice because one is the homeowner's responsibility and one is the.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joan, my mistake.
Excuse me?
I thought it was in numerical order. 1745 is on this list.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have, Joan Hill, big tree in back needs removal.
Yeah, so it's on there.
All right, Sorry.
And we're gonna get an estimate this week. We're getting an estimate this week that we're
Can
gonna,
you tell them what on top of my roof look like?
it's, yes.
It's
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, her gutters, there's arson coming out.
And I have leaks also.
She's been talking about this since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, her needs action. I was there on Sunday, I saw them shopping for 45 minutes, but we're about.
All right, okay, we'll continue. I have this, if you wanna see it after here.
They're not big.
1190 is the old maintenance, 602 is a 3-2. Oh, you're phase one?
Yeah.
The old maintenance was 1263, the new maintenance is 641. So you need to contact the
641 is significant.
It should be, because the insurance, we did a mid-year budget decrease because the property insurance dropped. So
And
my.
I think that's what they told her when we bought the place, that it was gonna drop. As soon as some of the roofs got inspected and stuff.
Yep.
It dropped dramatically.
I can tell you another thing, when they're tearing these roofs off, if they would just do the ones, why does she keep making weird comments, man?
That's her personality.
But that was one of the reasons of my life getting into here. because-
These are good things that will save everyone here money that I'm
I'm just
making,
saying,
okay?
Yeah, she was.
How much
If they would
money?
put hurricane straps on the rafters where they tie into the wall plates when they're tearing these roofs off, that will save you a lot of money in insurance if you can document hurricane straps.
Understood.
Yep.
Great point.
Easy thing to do.
Construction meeting, sir, we're not.
Okay.
Well, wait till the meeting next week.
Okay, well, you guys are the ones making all the decisions, that's what
Bob,
I'm saying.
wait till the meeting Thursday.
But engineers do. Okay.
I
All right.
Volunteer your time and educate. Very simple.
Okay.
You don't work, neither do I.
All right, status of mold testing appointment for unit in phase 3.
So I spoke to her, I think it was today again, and she's contacting, the, mold testing people and to come back out because now they, have agreed, because you sent Hector a note, not to get a prepayment, so she,
It's not
It's
a
just taken
prepayment,
care
it's
of.
a guarantee.
Or a
The
guarantee,
problem, the
yeah.
issue was you were asked for a deposit,
Yes.
and this particular mold company was asking the unit owner for a deposit, and they weren't gonna do the appointment unless they got a deposit. So I called Hector, I said, Hector, can you please call this vendor and guarantee the payment through the brokers? And that's what he did. So you should have heard from David. I think that's the guy's name.
No, I talked to Shayna. I just sent you her number.
yeah.
That I told them at the beginning of the email. But basically, they haven't communicated that to her, and she's a scheduling person. So
Because the
I
delay
ran
was
into the
that
same
by the
problem
time he
today.
invoices, that Judas cuts the check, that it gets couriered here. So Hector called them and said the broker will guarantee the payment, meaning they'll, in case the association defaults, which it won't, but to expedite the appointment.
Okay, yeah,
So,
not a problem.
okay, so
But
good.
I think there's some internal stuff there that they just need to.
So it wasn't really us denying the mold
No, I
test?
never said you guys were working on it. I said it took me 2 years to get one. Because I've been asking for one since February of 2022. And you've
All right.
seen the email traffic, or the text messages and everything that I've sent to you with me and Jay. And I just, finally gained some movement on it. But I will let you know, they kept telling me this, over the last 2 weeks that my wall was not leaking. And I'm seeing the dark lines move because it wasn't wet to the touch. He's like, no leaking, we just need to paint over this, we just need to paint over this.
Who is telling you that?
Doran.
Okay.
Doran and Levi. And then, and they're not both experts, which you said, you're completely correct. And the thing was, come Monday, my entire wall is soaked. For 10 feet down and 12 feet across. So now, he came in apologetic and everything, oh, I'm so sorry, the wall, I'm so sorry. I haven't communicated this with the board yet.
You have to communicate with Larry. Larry's the project.
Larry's been nowhere to be seen.
He's never around.
He's on the
That's the guy
email.
who fired.
Because he has a set time, a number of hours.
But he hasn't even emailed me, he hasn't texted me, he
Okay,
hasn't
so when
called
on
me.
Thursday,
I'm right
you
next
can
to the
confront
Union
him.
area.
I know where you live.
Yeah, I'm
You
right
can confront him and say, Larry, I've sent you emails, we received a letter from the association that you are our point person. You're not responding, when do we expect a response from you?
Yeah, because at this point, they have to, we can't bust open the wall yet for the drop, because I gotta get the mold testing done now. So now that's delayed once again. I
Why
can't
is
get,
it delayed?
well,
Get rid
I
of
can't,
Larry.
I can't get the drywall stuff done until I get the
I called him
mold
on the
stuff
phone,
done,
he told
because
me
you can't
that
crack
nothing
open
about
the
it,
wall.
about contract.
Because the mold
Please.
is in it, and now y'all gotta go into
Blair.
remediation, and I got my kids in the house and everything. So, and come to find out also, I've been taking photos all over my house. There's watermarks all throughout my walls, every wall in my house. My bathroom area, which I know for a fact there is a mold in my bathroom area, that I didn't even come for the HOA about. I went through my insurance, but my insurance cut me off and wouldn't pay for it. I'm in litigation with them. So I already know there is there, but the walls are closed. I'm waiting on that settlement to work that shit out. Sorry. But yeah, I got freaking iron the panel on my ceiling. You can see it from, well, when the windows were there, you can see it. And now I've got the insulation falling off because it's wet and they're trying to tell me it's dry. So I don't know what's going on. Also, they don't replace the insulation, by the way, when they put the new panels on. That's just something you should know. But that's what we're doing. So yeah, that's my debacle right now. But hopefully we can get the mold testing done shortly, and then, you know, I'm not technically in the construction zone anymore, which they didn't want to come in before, and they can come in and do my drywall finally, because I saw white mold on my wall.
Well, they won't do your drywall until the mold testing is done and the roof is
Yeah,
done.
I've got white mold on my wall right now.
How long for that mold testing to take?
And I want to clean off because I'm at the point, like, I can't, like, I
So,
need that.
so Kehlani, so as soon as you make the appointment, it'll be scheduled to be done, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now more areas are becoming here, is what I'll say.
And more what?
More areas in my home are becoming here. It's getting worse. It's everywhere. They came over, they said they did something yesterday, but then today, last night it looked like it dried. And then today, the whole wall looks moist again. And now it's drying out this evening, which my, husband tells me, he's like, yeah, basically the heat from the day is re-moistening everything in there, the humidity in the wall. That's breeding mold. And my kids got asthma. My other kids got allergies, he got adenoid problems. My husband had pneumonia at the beginning of this year. So,
Can we all just come
I'm just
together?
at that point.
Exactly.
Just at that
Can we
point.
all just come together?
I
Instead of being so divided?
Excuse me, once again, this is my first time here because I bought the house a while ago. What I think about all of this is that the people that live here, I don't live here, my son and my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter do. This is like people's homes. Like they've worked their whole life, they paid mortgages.
Exactly.
I fought for this house
Can
and
I
I
just
just
talk
forced
for
it.
a second? Because I'm not very, I can be combative and I can definitely
I'm
be
not being combative.
confrontational, but I choose not to be because I don't think it's gonna help in any
I'm
way.
agreeing with you.
But these individuals, this is their house, and the board volunteers their time. And, I can tell there's a lot of contentiousness going on around here, and I've seen a lot of different things and hurts and stuff. At the end of the day, people's properties need to be protected. You have to be your own advocate, because people are not gonna work for your stuff as hard as you are. So if you have a turnout like this, you're gonna get the results that you're seeing out there. That's what happens. So if you want change to occur, you have to get more people engaged. You have to speak, be responsible, be respectful, and handle things appropriately. It's that simple.
I agree 100%.
I do too.
That's why we have.
But when you have corruption in
Hold on a
play,
second.
that's a whole other animal.
So, you're new here.
Yes.
Most of the people here have been here at least 10 years.
That's
Yeah.
2007.
More than
You're
10.
first coming into a lot.
Oh, yes.
A lot. We all are invested in our properties. So what you're saying is 100% correct. We're advocating for our own property as well as trying to help others advocate for their property
Yeah,
as
it's a
well.
big job. It's a lot.
Before here, there was 3 for many years, now there's 9.
those
And
are
I
big
spoke to
surprises.
Kalani last night, and with her information, which may or may not be true, that's besides the point, but being on this board, it takes time.
Out of your life, every day.
Not just out of our lives, but to change and to make things suggested.
And your volunteers.
Excuse me, and things that are suggested to happen.
Yeah.
So you're correct,
Yeah.
but we haven't even been here a year.
So you guys are.
We have to give us time. We're in the
Oh, I think
middle
you've
of
been
the
great. I've
project.
seen several of you up here. I'm like impressed. Like you're reasonable,
We're in the middle of a
responsible.
project that has lots of
issues.
Yeah.
We're not
When you get a
denying that.
chance, look at this board.
However,
I did.
However, I agree with you. If
Yeah.
you are a resident, you wanna know what's going on, you're invested in your property, you have to come to the meetings and you have to advocate for your property. I agree with you.
Absolutely.
Please be patient with us.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
not rushing in any way,
I
shape, or
agree.
form.
I
just,
understand.
you know,
Thank
I
you.
will volunteer my time and my energy in any way that I can to make things, you know,
I appreciate
productive.
that.
I just think it's a shame for the people that have to work their whole lives, this is all they have. So to see that their stuff.
That's all I have right
Well-
now, you know?
Patty, with one last thing with my situation, that email chain that we were on, I will say, there was a nail in the coffin for me last week that really activated me in this way. You probably see my letters, came on me, doors
Yeah.
last night, so sorry, it was late.
I was gonna ask you about the email.
But I don't wanna go into all the weeds on it. But what I will say is, I received an email directly from Jay on that email chain, which my last thing, which I said, was that I think the people that have been on the board the longest owe the most to the community, and if not, step down. And I feel that way. I do, because I want accountability.
Exactly.
Okay? But he took it upon himself to email me this egregious ass email saying the ones on the board the longest are the ones approving and paying for your test. If this were up to Sean, you and your kids would be ignored. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. His behavior on this email chain is his behavior all the time. You can grab a life raft or an anchor.
Thank you for
Take
that.
your pick.
Cameron, thank you so much
I'm
for
not
that.
surprised.
Because I didn't see that, I didn't see
The
that email.
thing is,
Me neither. I'm not
the
surprised.
board,
There's no
it doesn't matter if you guys are trying to get out from the management company or not. This is a CEO.
It does
This is the
matter.
president.
Because we are trying to get out of it.
I understand that, but like,
I
it's
will
been
tell
You
years.
don't understand that.
I will
First
tell
time I'm
you,
hearing that.
for years, I butt heads with him.
Exactly.
No support from the previous
Then why
board
has he
member.
lasted all these
I'm
years?
one vote. I
Right.
have emails.
There was three of you on the board,
I have
you, her, and
emails.
Eric.
Be quiet and let her
Email
talk.
after email to Jay. And he knows exactly how I
I've seen
feel.
pushback on it.
Okay?
I have, yeah.
Now, is this dragging on too long? I was ready to vote in April when we did the first
Yes.
three.
Although
Yes.
you're not-
To get the hell out of this situation, okay? We have a bad business partner, and he's proven to be a bad business
A lot of
partner.
it.
And I'm sorry, Mike, but this is nothing I'm not saying in front of everybody. He's a bad business partner.
That was so unfair.
He's the one that makes this being on the board look a full-time job.
That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
and it doesn't
He
need
doing
to
no
be
legal
this way.
papers.
It doesn't need to be this way.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been a unit owner for 20+ years. I proudly serve the community. Does this community have issues? Absolutely. With a lot of history, okay? And I don't mind. You think all of us want to be up here and get abusive emails and, misinformation?
Yeah, that's a big question.
No,
That's a big question.
no. And be.
How did you get here in the first place? How did you get there in the
No idea
first
what's
place?
coming.
You can't
Because
call
you
me man,
called
this is the
me
president.
accused
It's not how.
Can you please?
That's how she got there.
Accuse
Lower your voice,
someone
please.
without having the facts.
Oh, he told me himself.
Lower your
Who am I
voice,
talking
It's
to?
very easy to
Sorry.
hear one side of the story.
Well,
Very
guess what?
easy.
Guess what?
And let me
We
tell
have
you,
the
very
minutes for
convincing
those
over my
interactions too.
states. And I want
I'm a volunteer just like you. So
now.
what?
Oh, my
Chill
God.
out.
Very
Chill out.
convincing.
No, I'm about to leave
Very,
because I'm
very
a
convincing.
No,
Very,
when I'm
very
ready.
convincing. Very, very convincing. If I were a new unit owner walking in, I'd probably
But
buy the
listen,
same,
there's
I would
no,
drink the
there's
same
no
Kool-Aid.
mistake that
Hold on a second,
DPRs
Ariana.
have been
Hold
harassment.
on, hold on.
Let her finish.
This association has had a bad management partner.
Yes.
And you
As
guys
a
too?
result, no,
It's
because
not just a
I'm
management
one
company.
vote.
No.
One
One,
vote.
2, 3.
I'm one vote, okay?
Well,
And let me just tell you something. It's a bad business partner. When you have a bad business partner, you're shoveling smoke against the wind. Have you ever heard
You're a
that
good
phrase?
smuggler, Patty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But how long has he been a bad business partner? It's
Too
been
long.
years.
Too long.
You're right.
Too
long.
2013.
You're
Well,
super
and that's
long.
the thing that I.
No, he told me that his name was little, that's not that long ago.
No.
2013.
2013?
Correct.
You shouldn't even have an argument about should it be a
Sunrise
trade.
by the other company. What year were you on the board? 2007? Anyways, that's no here nor there. So it's very, very easy to hear misinformation and not get the full.
Oh,
facts.
yeah, it is. You blow it all the time.
I think you're also,
Ladies and gentlemen,
not really taking to
Ladies and
account.
gentlemen,
Some
this
homeowners are smart
board-
enough to
I
see
have you
outside
threatening
the
me on camera,
this
Kathy.
board cannot wait.
Stop.
Cannot
One person at a
wait
time.
Oh, I'm not
Until-
gonna stop this whistleblower.
until the
One person at a time.
DPR, the FBI, we cannot wait for that to happen. We cannot wait for that to come.
I can't either. I can't wait for this to be over, so I'm not gonna manage it.
There's one thing you will
Okay.
never change.
All right, you wanna get rid of me? You wanna get rid of me? Let me, for tonight, so I can get out of the meeting. Let me read this, then you can continue. Cause I'm not gonna sit here.
I'm not done.
I'm not gonna sit here while I can go through the rules and regs. I'm
I
just
have the
saying.
right to speak, I'm not
I wasn't
done.
finished. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is it's very easy to point fingers, but if you don't know, if you're only given half the information, it's very easy to be
But
misled.
why do I only have half the information? That's
Or if
my-
you're using
Have
COA
you-
and that's my
resources against
problem.
unit owners,
That's my
you're being
problem.
You don't
misled.
have to,
You-
because
no,
you're only listening to one side. Do
Don't
you-
misconstrue.
Let me ask you something.
Who has access to the management
How many
company
of
on
you
this board?
have yourselves, have
Two,
yourselves
three, four.
gone and requested records, speaking to the accountant,
Attended meetings.
attending meetings?
That's why
You're
my
going
DVRs
by-
aren't about accounts.
Yes.
They're not about.
Due to SG's under investigation.
Mine are
By
about
the way,
my
they
house.
are. The DVRs
Right,
what
no,
you
no,
did.
about that. And I tell you, wait a minute, because the idea that I seem to be hitching my cart to whatever wagon, all right, y'all need to get that out your head.
That's not
Because
what
I'm
I'm
dealing,
saying.
I'm not talking about you, Marjorie. I'm saying that I have my own problems. I filed my own DVPRs based on
Exactly.
my.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
Now, wait a minute, don't get twisted, because I was very clear in my letter, and do not try to think that I'm not an educated person that doesn't understand all sides of the
Right.
argument.
Exactly.
I'm not stupid, okay?
And who
Now,
did
wait a
you-
minute,
and
now,
who
wait a
did you
minute,
since
now, wait a minute. I take what this man says, I factualize, I look at it, I read through it, I
Fact
go
check.
through my stuff, and I choose what I'm gonna believe. I stood up for the board with Sean. I said, no, when they came out to go look at my property in the middle of the night, or the middle of the day, when they started tearing shit off without fucking telling me or anything, I appreciated that. Marjorie, Eric, Maritza, they all came out. Maritza got on my email when nobody else fucking responded and made shit happen for me, okay? Jay was out of line, but Jay has been hired by this community for far too long, and I'm glad you guys are doing something about it. But don't get it twisted that I don't know nothing about no investigation, that's why I didn't put that in my letter. But I do know that there are complaints, and there are many complaints for a long time. We
I'm
don't
never
mitigate
denying
that,
And
don't
a
try to
flawed
shut
market
it
plan.
down, or act like that's not happening because it is happening.
Which is moving in that direction.
Litigations are happening.
Nobody's denying that.
That's what I'm
Everybody's
saying.
on the same page.
But don't
that-
try to placate the whole situation
We're
just because
not.
Sean's off the top.
We're
No,
just
that's
saying
not
it
what
is
we're
not.
doing. No
We're
one's
not
saying
saying
that.
that.
Everyone understands where you're coming from, and everybody has been working to help you.
Exactly.
We
But that's
contacted
what the only
every-
half the
But
story.
she's saying when you have
have
half the
this
story being
communication
loud,
to the management
right?
company
So you
since
have one person
2022, and you just bring it to the board's attention in that email where you say, I've not included the board,
Yes.
why did you allow 2 years?
Because Patty, maybe I didn't understand how the system worked. Maybe I didn't go to the meetings and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I was going through a divorce. Okay, I had a lot of shit going on. But I will say, I thought Sunrise Management was the go-to. Like many people in this community think, Jay's the guy. Jay's the guy. We go to Jay for everything, right? We put in requests, Sunrise Management's supposed to handle it. I don't know. I just thought that's what I did. Okay? I said,
Listen,
email,
I
he
get
followed up
emails
2
from
months,
Betty
a month later.
Siskin,
something
I
like that.
get emails from a
Yeah,
lot
now
of
you're
people
getting
here
email from
with
me
the
this year
same,
because now I know.
with the same crap.
Yeah.
And I
It's the same
respond
stuff.
to the management company.
Yeah.
What is the status? What is
Exactly,
the
and I
status?
give you credit for that.
What is the
I give you
status?
credit for that.
And I don't
What
think
is
it's
the status?
easy to see
But
that.
I didn't
board. You know
Oh,
what?
I know, yes.
Before we even got on the board, we were looking into issues that we saw
Oh,
with
yeah.
insurance. I was calling people for quotes for
Yeah,
insurance
you were
to try
trying
to
to
lower
petition
it.
started, right?
I'm talking right now.
I know
Please,
you.
shut up.
Yes, see?
So, I think it's so easy to see one side because you're allowed to
You tried to get me in trouble with somebody. You did it. So I got you.
Stop it! Transparency,
And
if
you?
you're not seeing the full picture,
And you?
and I thought
Did you
that.
ever submit that
But
petition?
I'm telling you,
Please.
I'm telling you
Can
personally.
you what? We're having a peaceful conversation.
Before getting.
We're addressing the board.
I was like, this is a little ridiculous.
Exactly.
Stop!
Yes.
That's exactly what she's talking about.
Well, this
What
is
is
a community meeting. You have authority here. Do you have authority here?
Half of this,
Do
all
you?
of this is a First Amendment right. If it's getting out of
First
control,
Amendment right.
we need to end the meeting. Because if people can't act like adults, they don't need to be here.
Understood,
So that's
officer,
on you.
but it's not fair to the unit owners.
I don't disagree with you, but I can't
No
kick someone
authority.
out when everyone is yelling.
Do you get that, Pat? Finally. There's no reason for them to even be here.
Obviously there is.
Yes.
Well, the state attorney's also involved too. You want to stand up to her?
Let's go back to.
And we want to help. Literally, we want to all do the same thing. We didn't know anything from 2 years ago, right? So if you
I
bring
feel
it to the
attorneys all
board,
the
if you
time.
come to the meeting, then we go.
I have to be there. That's what I think.
All right, so if that's not really the business, I'm making a motion to adjourn. Yes.
Okay, well, since they're adjourning, I'm reading something to the audience, just so you're aware of your rights under the new Florida statute. An officer, director, or agent shall discharge his duties in good faith, care an ordinary person to use like a physician would exercise under similar circumstances that he believes is the best interest of the community. Now they discharge their responsibilities forever. The law is on our side, people. We work together to put an end to the bill of volunteer. It's volunteer. Volunteer. Volunteer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Just trying to find a spot. So no more cops and no more waste of our money. And did you honestly vote for Jay to be on the board for an extra $1,000 a month? That's what, yeah. Spending our money.
My money too. What happened?
One vote. So, I have to say on the roof, and scream at the community to get the point across. That's exactly what I'm going to do as an honor here. And no more using COA resources against unit owners. It's written in the law now. And James under investigation for attacking me, harassing me. I got a lot to pack up. That's them on the roof. They don't even announce it. Just go on the roof. Don't even bother making an appointment or anything. And then I ended up with this signature my house. I think on my roof. It went from this, like August, to that by December. Tell me. Yeah, I'm not allowed to complain about damage to me. Give an attorney. Right there. Aiden Levi, right back there in the back. They don't want to hear it, right? There's no more smoke screens. They're gone.
or the accountant?
No, the board is the one that actually makes all the decisions. We hire the management company.
Well, they should just vote on whatever
Well,
they
yeah,
decide to do.
but these people like this, it's not here, you go directly to the management company and tell them what to do.
Yeah, voting on it.
Exactly.
This is our budget.
So everything's not right.
Exactly, because when you got people going rogue, what do you do?
And as far as the at this point. But the guy that's supposed to hold them accountable and inspecting everything, so I
Most of the DPR is to investigate issues like this, that's why I'm
They
always.
have county inspectors that are checking everything.
Well, there's more issues.
And then there's a guy named Larry that's supposed to be,
These minutes,
and he's not.
crazy.
He should say, are you tearing out, he should say, are you tearing, you should be on the contract and say, are you tearing some of the window out, covering the tar paper?
Well, because they try to force us to either.
I think they're trying to start phases. No, it's not like a contract. I'm gonna start one day.
When I raised the issue about the windows, and that was happening. Because a lot of people in here already hit.
I mean, everybody loves that.
Exactly. That's the whole, and then the city says, no, you don't have a personal reserve. There's kind of grandfather clause. No, you can take it out, you go back. With the same like kind of clause. I told the inspector, last, he's on what side, I'm just going over there. But I posted that information on the, you don't have to voice it. They say you do. You don't. But they're gonna dispute the facts.
That's something that you can get 20 different opinions on.
Exactly. And they're all volunteers,
And
miscommunicating.
none of them know anything about when the farmers work.
Yes, exactly. To me, it might be a fraud scheme going on in the background. Because they're all working together. No, listen, the contractors are
How
working
don't
together.
they know that I'm paying $1,200
I see their opinion, because we have problems. It's a county firm.
and say, oh, you're paying too much?
Why do we're paying $30,000 a year and everybody here hates them. And they use them in their actions.
I'm going to prove it.
Yeah.